And we are, and good morning.
Awesome.
Hello, everyone.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday.
Oh, is it Friday?
It's Friday
thank
here
God
on the
it's
river.
Friday,
Yes.
as they say. But, it doesn't really matter anymore, at least right now.
No, it does not.
But
Let
it
me
is
get
Friday.
my volume turned down.
Oh, thank you for the reminder.
Yeah. How is everybody doing today? Oh, my gosh, I'll tell you.
I like Fridays.
I do, too. And it's going to be a fun day today, a full day today.
Here we are. Who's here? Deirdre's here and Luann is here. Girls, help us share this out, please.
Mine's not letting
And Robert
me.
Dosa, good morning.
There we go.
Yeah, share to some
Good
groups.
morning. Yes.
Are you sharing in the river?
I haven't yet. I just finally got us.
I can do that.
That
It's
would
right
be
here.
awesome. Thank you. And Wendy is here this morning, and Luann,
and Gabby. Hi, darling.
and Gabby and Lillian. Hello. And Lillian, we saw the post about your brother, and we'll definitely put him on our prayer request time. And Hope, good
morning, Hope.
Wow. Hail, hail, the gang's all here.
We are all here. Pajama queens.
I know.
Yeah, Luann, I got quarantined here at the river, and I brought a suitcase that the clothes would have lasted me like 2 weeks, and that was about 2 months ago. So I'm very limited in the PJs that I have with me.
Yes. Good morning, Sharon. Sharon Boyle from the UK is in the house.
And thank you for sharing, Deirdre. Appreciate that, honey.
And the airplanes are flying above.
Yeah, we're getting a show behind us today.
We have a new person
Elsie. Hi.
from
Thank you.
Norway.
Awesome. We love that our Norway people are finding us. You like my polka dot ones? I have the bottoms on. Yeah, it was a little warm last night to wear my polka dot tops. Those were a present that my niece got me when I went to visit up in Kentucky last year over the holidays in December. And all of a sudden, it was like really, really cold. So she went out and bought me this set of pajamas, and I love them. They're so comfy, but they are fleece. And it's like, oh boy. But it's been nice having them here because some of these nights have gotten down
They've
there.
gotten really chilly.
Yeah, where it was comfy watching.
And
Oh my
look who's
God,
here.
Margaret Ellen.
Hi, Margaret Ellen.
Hi,
Good
honey.
morning, sweetheart. Well,
Oh my gosh.
almost, let's see, it's 7, so 7, 9, 10, 11. It's afternoon. Good afternoon there, Margaret Ellen.
Yes.
Oh, it's so good
Sherry
to see you.
Gatewood.
Hi, Sherry.
honey. Oh, Margaret, I think this is the first time you've been with us for our coffee show. So welcome, honey. Diane's here. Good morning,
Morning,
sweetheart.
Diana. I love that picture of you and Jim.
And my friend Jennifer Langren from Miami is here.
Hi, Jennifer.
Oh my gosh, this is
Hey,
awesome.
what a great morning, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
Welcome.
So y'all are ready for Friday, huh?
Yeah,
Ready to party.
absolutely. So how's everybody feeling today? I mean, we're kind of moving slowly back into society. We had actually a friend over for dinner last night. So that was, I haven't had guests for dinner in 2 months, I guess it's been. So a friend of ours came over and we had a really nice dinner. And it was really nice kind of getting back into, we're slowly getting back in. We had some friends over the other day. So as we move forward, we're reacclimating ourselves. And how's that for everybody else? How's that going?
Good morning, Sharon Boyle.
Yeah.
And Gabby says, my 22-year-old daughter and I regularly buy matching pajamas. It's become a bit of a thing. I love that.
Huge. That is cool.
That really is.
You know, when I was younger, when I was in grade school and that, the thing was you and your best friend bought the same outfits. Now, I was 6 foot tall in 6th grade. I hit 6'1" the summer before my freshman year in high school. When I was in 1st grade, I was taller than the 3rd graders. They tested me because they thought I'd be 7 foot tall. The point of the story is I wanted to dress like my best friend, who was like not even 4 foot tall. So remember the mother-daughter clothing outfits that JCPenney had? My mom went to JCPenney and got us mother-daughter clothes. That was the only way that we could dress alike. It didn't really work well for my self-esteem. Let me put it to you that way.
Imagine you would.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I took what was referred to as home ec. I don't know if they even have that anymore. But I was in home ec in high school with one of my best friends. And we bought the same material to do an outfit. So we had matching outfits that were like a different style. But it was still the same material and the same
look. And that
was fun. That was so much fun.
We got some responses here. Diana said, crazy, scary dream last night. Need to shake it off. Mostly she feels really good. Do you see Sharon Boyles?
Sharon says, I got a buzzing here in the UK. Stop drinking. I'm totally kidding.
That was good though, Teri.
I'm not buzzed this morning, although I could use some more coffee to get there, I guess. But yeah, I don't think that we have anything like that going on. I haven't felt it anyway, if there's that shift. I know there was today, the 15th? Yeah. There was another planet that went in retrograde yesterday, so I'm sure that's affecting a lot of people in different ways. So that probably has a lot to do with it, Sharon.
And Luann is feeling all soggy, going to have lots of rain and thunderstorms today. And Deirdre says there's going to be rain there as well. So, yeah, it's... What's so
Anne, you do have a buzz this morning.
I know she does, doesn't she? This is too much
Well, I got up early again, so yeah, I'm awake now. I'm not half asleep.
And Sharon Nielsen Kranak is with us this morning. Good morning.
And so is Scarlett Patterson.
Hi, Scarlett.
Carol Allen.
Hi,
and
Carol.
Sally's in the house. And Pachetta is back. Good morning.
And probably Tony's there with Sally. Good morning.
Sure. Good morning.
Sharon meant her internet connection is buzzing.
Okay, we all needed that. Like, Diane, that laugh was for you.
Yes.
Let's shake off all of that scary dream stuff and
I love that.
any scary news that we might have heard or low vibration stuff. Let's shake it off with laughter. Anybody else want to give us a good laugh? Because I'm ready for that. I really am.
Me too. And
But she was talking, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No,
she was talking about the internet connection, and somebody said, Gabby said, I hear it also.
Okay.
So it's a physical buzz.
Yeah.
Not an inside buzz. I prefer the inside buzz myself.
I haven't had a physical buzz in a long, long time.
Drink more coffee.
Yeah, no kidding. That's not the kind of buzz I'm talking about. I know.
But you know, I noticed it before COVID. I noticed it at the day spa that Joanne has.
Yeah.
When I pull up in the parking lot there's these thick lines that run back in where the trees
that's
are.
Really
and that's
scary. Yeah.
And I would get out of my car and I would hear that buzz, and it's a very loud buzz. You can't miss it. So I know what you're talking about, Sharon. I don't know what makes it do that. I have no clue.
Okay, so Luann and Robert both have the buzzing, like electrical interferences.
I want to buzz too.
Yeah, I know. We're not getting one here. And Marianne Malone Cindy, she's with us this morning. Good morning. And Prachetta Nayar, she's with us again this morning. And good morning, sweetheart. And I hope I know you're going through a rough time, and I hope every day you wake up it gets better for you. It's going to be a while, but
so everybody's hearing the buzz, and after this plane goes by, I'll share with you because I just remembered. Okay, pass the bottle.
Carol has it. Yeah, everybody's got it. Okay.
So last night I was watching a movie just to relax before I went to sleep. I was watching a funny movie. And I had my earbuds in because I don't want to disturb anybody else with the volume. And before the movie came on, I heard a buzz, and I thought, okay, Sam wears hearing aids to listen to the TV in the other room. And I thought, I must be picking up, my earbuds must be picking up on, because it's Bluetooth. And it didn't stop. Every time there was like a low part in the movie or, the sound went down, I could still hear that buzz. I wonder what's going on. That's really weird, isn't it?
It is strange. And I have such a high-pitched ringing in my head all the time that I don't discern buzzes from the other. So it could be going on here and I just don't hear it.
So that's the kind of buzz we don't want. We want the...
Yeah, we want the good one.
The champagne bubble buzz.
Yeah.
And we've got so many people jumping in, but I see Prashir, who is Prachetta's brother. Hi, and welcome.
Good morning. It's nice to have you with us.
Sure is. And Julie Kiss jumped in here. Who else?
Oh, and Deirdre says the buzz is coming through our broadcast.
Oh.
Okay.
Interesting.
And Sherry Gatewood and Julie Kiss. Luann wants us to pass the bottle.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said. Here you go.
Oh,
this
sorry.
is what we're drinking.
Yeah, honestly, seriously, it's just coffee.
And cream for me.
And cream for her, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
No, Robert, there aren't any 5G towers near us. Are there any 5G towers near anyone here on the broadcast that's experiencing
Well, I'm
that?
sure there is where I live, but I don't know where they're at.
Yeah. And Carol says it's also the sound she always has in her ears as well.
Oh, that ringing in the ears.
Yeah, mine is deafening.
What I heard last night was not that. It was more of a buzz. That's the only way you can describe it.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting. I'll put them on again today and see if I get buzzed.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I know Ruth has been talking a lot about the EMF frequency, and she thinks it's affecting her. She's had a bit of a cough now. Well, ever since we did Day of Transformation, she's had this cough that's relentless. It's not like all the time or overpowering.
Right. I've noticed
but
that.
It's there.
Yeah, when she's on the air, every now and then, when it'll catch her, you can see it. And oh, Sally De La Rosa says, yes, but it is a bit of Irish coffee.
A bit of Irish coffee?
No.
Oh, I love Irish coffee, but no, not this morning.
Now, Luann does have a 5G tower not too far from her. So, Prashir, he also, of course, is grieving for his mother, and we will. They want to connect to their mother, and please keep us in your prayers. Absolutely.
Well,
Prashir and Prashetta, they both lost their mom. Remember, I think it was yesterday that we held them up in prayer. So let's add Prashir to that list as well. We absolutely do hold you up in prayer, and we'll continue to do so.
Yes, we will.
And good morning, C.
Good morning, C. Thank you for jumping in this morning. And Carol, yes, I like Jamaican coffee also.
Now, what's Jamaican coffee? Is that just
very strong?
Oh, I love, if it's a really bold, strong coffee, love it.
But you know what I really like is Cuban coffee, and especially what's the really little
espresso.
One? Is that the espresso?
Espresso,
the little bitty one?
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh, I used to put so much sugar in that. I don't do sugar anymore. But when I would drink that, it would be like mostly sugar and then a little bit of liquid. But it's so good. It's like drinking a cup of coffee in a cup like that.
Yes, espresso.
It's teeny tiny.
Yeah. I used to get those really dark espresso beans covered in chocolate.
Oh
my gosh. Yeah. Those were good. That's a buzz.
Now that would be a buzz.
It's kind of like putting your finger in a light socket.
Yeah. Good morning, Rick. Yeah,
Hi, Rick.
If a cup and a half does this to me, just imagine me being on that little espresso.
Yes, exactly. And Sally, thank you for sending out prayers to Prashir and his sister. you know, it's so difficult when you lose a parent. I know Becky that joins us regularly, she just lost her mom.
Right.
A lot of people have had a lot of loss during this time. So,
It's been tough.
yeah, it really has been. It really has been. And quite honestly, I've just realized how fortunate me, myself, my husband, and my family have been, because it would seem that my husband and I and my parents and a client of mine all had the COVID-19. We have not been tested, but now that we know, we all got sick in a way we have never, ever, ever been sick before. My parents were sick for 3 months, I think, at the beginning of this. I was telling you all about it. My husband was down for a week. Now, if you know my husband, he's not down for 10 hours when he gets sick. I mean, it's like you have to chain him to the chair. He was down for a good week, and I was down for a week and a half, and I've never been that sick in my life. Teri is well, and now we've found that the virus has been here in the States for much longer. And when I look at the symptoms, I had symptoms that just didn't match up exactly with the flu. And one of my clients, and I do massage, he went to the doctor 3 times, and the doctor kept saying, "You don't have the flu. I don't know what you have," but this was before they had the test. So, you know,
and my doctor told me I didn't have the flu.
Yeah.
She put me on antibiotics, of course, and I did them, and nothing happened. It didn't change. But yeah, it was rough. We were sick almost at the same time. I had just come back from visiting my family up in Kentucky, and I thought, well, some of them had colds. I thought, well, they gave me a cold. I haven't had a cold in years, but I couldn't get out of bed for a week, so it was more than a cold.
Yeah, and so consequently, I'm feeling exceptionally blessed these days that my parents, who are 90 and 87, and my husband is 81, that we all survived it as well as we did. And I'm way healthier now than I was then, so that gives me some comfort
And some hope. Yes. And Sally said she just discovered the chocolate-covered espresso beans.
You know, Sally, with all the work you guys are doing to get your healing center open, you absolutely could use those espresso beans, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And Prashir says life has not been the same ever since she left. How can someone leave so suddenly? It's hard to understand.
Yeah, it is. It's hard for those of us left behind. But, you know, it's going to happen to all of us one way or another. And we decide, because there's certain exit points, is my belief. And what I've been shown by the angels, we have certain called exit points in our lifetimes. Excuse me. And we decide, okay, I'll go ahead and go then, or no, I'm not ready to go yet. So your mom was ready to go. She was ready to go. And that's what I fully believe. I've had those near-death experiences where it would have been so easy just to say, okay, you know, I'll go back to the light. But, you know, we all have that conscious choice that we can make.
Since my husband and I will be celebrating 10 years of marriage in July. He's had 4 of those opportunities since I've known him, and he's chosen to stay each time. And so there's such a bigger picture that is so hard to understand, especially when we're fresh in our grief.
Right.
You know, and so our hearts are with you. There are no right and wrongs. There's no easy way to grieve. I wish there was, but that's kind of the journey we picked here.
It is.
So we certainly, though, reach out to you and send you prayers to ease your pain, because it's just not an easy time.
Absolutely.
And Sally says also she was really sick in December, and she took NSAIDs, and it's still in her lungs. They're finding out now that they know there are people that had it because they're doing the antibody test as early as last October here in the States. So I think we're going to be finding out more and more and more that a lot of the people who thought they had a really bad, they knew it wasn't the flu, but the doctors didn't have the test back then for this, that's what's probably what a lot of people had.
Yeah, it wasn't even a word back then, so it's interesting.
And Carol says the buzz is getting really stronger.
Yeah, and Wendy said that it's a constant buzz, buzz, buzz where she's at as well. Yeah, interesting.
And Gabby says it is not pleasant.
Yeah. Robert says, I like my coffee as strong as the little espresso, but in a very large cup. Yeah, I'm with you. I love my coffee.
I can see you with a big old espresso thing. I could see you doing that.
I agree.
Absolutely. And
there's a lot of people that preach about the evils of caffeine, but I've been drinking caffeine since I was a little girl. I said that yesterday. I think that I sat on my dad's knee and drank his coffee because it tasted good. And I liked it, and I still do. I enjoy coffee. Now, I have gone like months without having coffee when I was clearing and detoxing from everything. But I really enjoy the coffee. I don't feel like I'm addicted to it. I may be. I don't know. But I have the mindset. It's something I enjoy. I know I joke about, more coffee and needing more coffee, but I like the taste of coffee. I love the smell of coffee. Jeryl Ann sets up the coffee pot at night, and I'll walk by on my way to the bathroom, and I'm like, oh my God, I love that. Because I love that smell. Is there a coffee smell air spray? Because I think I might have to get some if there is.
Wendy says it stopped then. But started back up. The buzz not so loud.
We're buzzing for those of you that came in late and missed that part of the conversation.
Yeah.
Everyone, seems like world over, because there's people here from pretty much everywhere, are hearing the buzz, a really loud buzz that's coming through. Betsy's here. And Tony. And Tony, yes, I like cold coffee too. I do. I love cold coffee.
Ooh. Check this out. Gabby says, in Bali, the beans are eaten by a certain cat. The enzyme in their stomach breaks down the outer layer. Oh, they poop it out, and then people drink it. It's really strong. Makes your hair stand on end. Oh my gosh! Now that does make me laugh a bit. It kind of like makes me kind of like want to throw up a little in my mouth.
Exactly.
But
well, that goes right along with the moose poops from last night.
Yeah, the moose poops. Oh my God, this is too funny. You can tell them because I didn't hear the whole story.
I can't remember what state it was in. It may have been Montana, where he was telling us about this lady,
my husband,
that collected moose poop, and she put something on it to harden it, like a glaze to harden it, and they sell it
as jewelry.
It's jewelry.
Yeah.
And you're wearing moose poops on your ear and around your neck. And I'm like, what?
I know.
What kind of world?
Oh, my God.
Okay, whatever it takes. And I'm wondering if the people that receive that jewelry from somebody, if they buy it for a gift, it's like, do you know you're wearing moose poop? Hello?
I know. It's like, oh my God. And Angie Taylor is with us this morning.
Angie, it's a weird conversation this morning, honey. Enter with caution.
Really, we're all over the charts today.
Wendy, you saw that, didn't you? That came out just as I was drinking my coffee.
I'll tell you what. But here's what I think. I don't care what the food is, what the beverage is, or anything else. There is always going to be someone who will tell you it's bad and someone who will tell you it's good.
Exactly.
So here's what Teri taught me. I knew about kinesiology, muscle testing, and there's even a simpler sway test. And I just test everything. If my body says yes, I'm going to eat it or drink it, because not everybody resonates to the same thing. It's just like with Ayurveda, different foods for different seasons. I mean, So, honestly, I do not listen to anyone anymore except my own body, period.
And the angels told you to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
They're like, you'll know, you'll intuitively know.
Yeah.
And just hold the food in your hand, like if you're in the grocery store and you're thinking of buying something that maybe you've never used, or maybe you have been using it, and you want to figure out if that's something good for you to have, just hold it and feel into your gut. Just ask the question. We can ask our heart anything, and we're going to get the right answer. So just go in and ask, should I be eating this? I have coffee burps this morning. But your body's going to tell you. Our body talks to us. And I learned that years and years and years ago, and it helped me through a lot of making some medicine change in my life, because my body says no. It said, no, you don't want to put that in me because it's not going to be a good outcome. And I argued with my doctors about it. I'm like, no, I'm not supposed to be taking this. Even though I was told I had to take it the rest of my life. I'm like, no, I'm not going to take it.
And here she is.
Here I am.
She's still around. Yeah. But it'll tell you. But we're getting a lot of laughs about the moose poop. I'm telling you.
That was the funniest thing when he told that story, and I'm like, oh, what? But I guess it could be anything.
Yeah, it could. I mean, there's some crazy stuff that happens out there. It's just like nuts.
Get creative.
And you know what? More power to her. If that woman literally can pick up moose poop and make a buck off of it, good for her. Now, that's some creativity, I'm telling you.
Yes.
Yeah, Sally uses kinesiology in purchasing crystals and stones.
I do too.
Absolutely. Me too, Sally. Good point. You use it with everything.
Oh my God.
Good morning, Catherine.
All right, so I don't know what Gabby's comment was. I missed it. Something she only had once. And Sharon says, did you poop out a bean afterwards? I'm in a crazy mood today, and Teri requested a laugh, so let's see. I tell you, girls, obviously we needed this. I certainly needed this. I don't often listen to things that are low vibration, but something came across in Messenger this morning. I listened to it, and I'm like, all right, I got to shake that. Cancel, clear, delete. Get that out of here, because I don't want any low vibration stuff.
Absolutely.
And, it's not that I bury my head. It's just, okay, I'll take that in, and then whatever the angels want to show me about it, fine. But for right now, cancel, clear, delete. Yeah. I'm not listening in vibration. See, I manifested all of you coming on today and making me laugh. So thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. And Wendy says, now this is scientific, okay? We learn all kinds of stuff here on the show in the morning. I just remembered I hate coriander and read about it. There is a percentage of people who hate it too. So I Googled. Dislike of coriander has long been thought to be a partly inherited trait and not just an artifact of cultural practices and exposure to the herb. One of those genes, OR6A2, encodes a receptor that is highly sensitive to the whatever chemical which contribute to the flavor of coriander. Now, that's kind of interesting. I never knew that there was like an encoded genetic thing that predisposes you to liking one flavor or another. That's interesting. Yeah.
Captain Kovacs is with us. She said, did I miss something?
Yeah.
Oh, honey, you missed a lot.
You missed moose poop, cat poop with coffee beans.
Gabby's wondering if she can do anything with kangaroo poop. Now, that would be unique. And I think you should.
Hey, if they can do it with moose poop, I swear you can do it with kangaroo poop for sure. Yeah.
And Diane says, I did need it. Thanks for the laughter. Oh, yes.
And Carol Allen says she thinks that cilantro acts that way too, Wendy. Carol, thank you for saying that, because I don't like cilantro.
I do.
And it's so healthy for you. It's really one of the best herbs you can eat.
It's very strong.
I cannot make
Hispanics
myself
use it in almost everything.
Yeah.
They pour it in there. And
Yeah.
I love Spanish food. I just love it. So I guess it was in my taste buds that I was going to like that, which I'm glad I do.
When I make guacamole, I make my guacamole and then I take part of it and put cilantro in for my husband, and then for myself, I don't. I cannot make, and I want to make myself like it because it's so good for you. It's good for your blood. It cleanses your blood. It's awesome. It's an awesome herb. So
yeah, and I put it in my when I was doing juicing. I would put it in my juice because it's really good for you.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, just can't make.
There were
myself.
There's certain things that I don't have the taste buds for that I just don't eat, and one of those is beets. I just don't eat beets, and I don't like the taste. But I will put it in if I'm juicing and have a mixture of things I'm juicing. And I'll put it in there because everything else kind of blends in and I'm not just tasting that taste. So there's things that are good for us that we do need, that whatever it is that nutrient is that's in it. But I just can't. There's certain things I just can't tolerate. Okay, there I go. Last night on my show I said I'm not using the word can't. I choose not to because my taste buds don't like it.
Luann says moose poop. Christmas present for 2020.
That's right. That's what you are all getting from us.
Yes, we're going to order a big old batch of it. I don't know. Maybe we ought to do a different type for Florida. What would Florida ones be?
Gosh,
oh my
would
gosh.
it be? Alligator poop.
Alligator poop.
That's it. We're going out to see Wally.
Okay.
We're going to follow him and see where he goes to poop. He's probably in the water.
I'm not collecting that one. Not happening. So,
Carol says, beat me up. Okay.
And Sally does say cilantro is good in small doses. To cook with it, only small amounts taste
Only
good.
small amounts. It's very, very strong.
And Jennifer is now joining us with coffee. So,
all right.
This is my second cup, so I don't have to get up and replenish. Do you need more coffee?
I just finished my second
cup. Do you want another cup? I'll even go get it for you if you'd like.
Thank you. That would be so nice.
Oh,
and,
check that out. Wendy has a cute comment. Wally poop. Oh my God. But her dog's like parsnips.
Yeah, parsnips. That's another one. Again, also, it's what you grow up with, I think, a lot of times. If you've had that food since a small age, you're going to be more likely to eat that continuing through your life. We never had, as far as I know, we never had parsnips or beets, things like that, so I never really developed a taste for them. All right, Diane. Wait, can Santa's elves manage that tall order? What's the order? I'm going to scroll up and see what Sharon's doing. I'm not sure about that. But you know what? Santa's elves can manage anything. That's just my thoughts. Blind mosquito poop would be very minuscule. I don't think we could make pretty jewelry out of it. It's pretty nasty, and it's like all over the screen, on the screen door. They're getting lighter. I noticed that yesterday. We were able to walk outside. Ooh, and when Jeryl comes back with my coffee, we need to tell you all what happened last night. It was so interesting out over the forest last night. So we're going to tell you that story of what we experienced as we walked outside. Angel had to go out to use the bathroom, and it was a sighting. So I'll leave you with that teaser until she gets back. Sharon says, I love my coffee. I have, not sure what that is, cafetiere? Normal milk tea is my main. I love it. Yeah, I like milk in my tea as well, Sharon. And usually have 1 to 2 coffees per day, caffeine tea and herbal teas, plus hot water and lemon. Yeah, I'm not a big decaf person. I do like the herbal teas that don't have caffeine, but I like my caffeine. Oh, yeah, Deirdre, just wait till you hear. This was it's probably the most interesting thing we have seen here at the river, other than the ball that came down and landed right beside of us, whatever that thing was. Oh, you were answering the kids' question and missed a bit. Yeah, that happens because we're all on a roll this morning. Everybody's just so up. I love this. I think we're all buzzing, right? So I gave them a teaser about last night, and I said, I'm going to wait for you to come so we can talk about and explain what happened.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Y'all ready for this? Get ready. I mean, sit down, honestly.
Yeah, because we're freaked out.
Have a seat, because you're going to hear a story.
Oh my God. Okay.
I told him Angel had to go out to go potty.
Yes.
And so Jeryl Ann went out with her. I was still in here because I was, I think, setting up my computer to watch the movie.
Right behind us, where you're seeing the forest across, behind us, that's a forest. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So Jeryl Ann tells me to come out there. And I'm like, okay, I've got stuff in my hand. Wait, let me put it down. Which I did really quickly, because usually if she's outside and she says, come out here, there's going to be something to see. So I go outside.
Okay, so here's the weird part. At first, I was looking across and I saw a plane going.
Oh, you had mentioned Venus.
Yeah,
when
Venus,
she walked out, so
Venus
she was already focused in that direction.
I was focused in that direction. I said, oh my God, look how bright Venus is. So, okay, so you see how it was running. I saw this red lights, okay, like a plane.
Yeah, which we see
going across. And I looked in front of it, and in front of it was like a black, I don't know, it looked like a small plane from the distance with no lights. And I said, Teri, come out here. It was so weird because we watch planes here. We've been watching planes here for years and years and years.
They always have light
pattern. They always have lights at night. This is at night. This is 9 o'clock last night. So I said, it's like the plane doesn't have lights and this other plane is like escorting it somewhere. It was so weird. So she gets out there, and as soon as she gets out there, and I said, there it is right there. Honest to God, they both went backwards.
Yeah, it was almost like they did a U-turn, but they didn't do a U-turn.
They
just started going. They started going the other way,
opposite direction. It was like they were doing this, stopped, and went backwards. And then the one without the lights went underneath and up right under the one with the red lights, and it was like they were playing a game. I swear to God, if you hadn't seen,
it wasn't a drone. It looked like a jet. The big one with the lights on looked like a jet. The other one was like a smaller, but you could definitely see it very clearly. It was still a little light that time of night. And yeah, it was not, those were not drones.
But here's the thing. Yeah, no, it was like plane size. Mm-hmm. And I mean, it stopped and then reversed.
And I told her, I said, planes can't do that. Even if they change direction, you see them going out around, and in a circle. And
it just was there and stopped. And then they get, okay, so back here behind me, they get so far, and I couldn't see the little plane anymore, the little whatever it was, craft. And the red one just went right down into the forest, straight down.
And
no, Rick, no,
this was weird.
It was not. Planes can't do that. That was the thing. We kept sitting here going, planes cannot do that. Planes can't go like this, stop and reverse. They don't do this number. Yeah. They turn around, but I mean they were up. It was way bizarre. Way bizarre.
Yeah, Wendy, we haven't seen anything or heard anything about UFO sightings. Although there's activity out there in the forest all the time.
Yeah, we've actually had one night we were sitting out here and we saw a red vehicle, and it stopped above our cypress tree here. And Teri was sitting on the bench. At the time, we didn't have the deck. And I went out halfway out to the dock to find out where it went. We wanted to see what it was. And it was gone. And the next thing I know, I'm turning around, and there's a black orb about this big floating down, and it lit right on top of the water, about 15 feet out from us, between us and the boathouse. And it just stayed there. And when we shined a light on it, it glowed red from the inside out. And then another night, right across the way, we had something come down, and it shot like a laser beam across from us, and it literally outlined my property up the front. And then the next night it came back at about the same time, and it did the other side of the property. And then at the same time, the second night, there were two objects down by the lake about a mile away, and they were shooting a red laser to the property just to this side of my dock. Now, when I went through this spiritual ceremony here recently, Teri did a channeling, and they said that the reason they had done that was to raise the vibrational frequency of the water around us, because this is sacred property, and this is where people come to heal. All of my healing friends and light workers come here and rejuvenate and replenish and heal, and we do a lot of healing workshops here. And that they were raising the vibrational grid of the river in this area, and that this was part of my mission here, was to help Mother Earth raise her vibrational frequency, in particular the river here. It all sounds crazy, yeah, but we've been doing this for so long that we know.
We've been doing it for a couple of years now, watching the UFOs and the strange happenings.
Oh, we lost all of our viewers.
We did?
We're down to 7.
No, I have 21 on mine.
Okay.
Refresh. We have peoples.
But
and Luann says she would have loved to have witnessed that. I tell you, sometimes you just stand there and you're like, did I really see that? And we're asking each other, did we really see that? Because it was so out of the norm. But now it's become kind of normal to see these sightings and to see things. And what's interesting is we can't remember exactly when it was channeled through from the angels, but they did tell Jeryl this was going to happen. They told her that she would have a sighting, that she would see it before I did, because normally when I come here, things rev up, and I'm always seeing that strangeness and know that it's something out of the ordinary. But they did tell her this, and so last night it was like, yay, it happened. It really did happen.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody.
So you never know, when the angels tell you something, it's like, don't just disregard it. Don't just say, that sounds so weird. I don't know if I trust that. Always trust your gut. And, if something resonates, then know that that's going to happen. Just like they told me the other day, we're going to show you so many signs, you're going to be tripping over them. And they actually have. They keep showing them to me. And I just love it. And speaking of that, I'll be doing a channeling today at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. It's Angel Speakers in Espanol, which, excuse me, I don't speak Spanish. No hablo Espanol. But I will be speaking it in English, and Lily Ortega will be translating it into Spanish. And that happens at 1 o'clock Eastern Time if anybody wants to tune in. If you want to ask a question, I'll be paying attention to that also, to the audience, to see if there's anything you want me to ask them while I'm tuned in to the angel energy.
Rick says, better call Ancient Aliens host. Do you know when we had the orb come down, we did contact
George Norrie.
Yeah,
and no response.
None. And
Yeah.
Sally says UFOs are about to become the highest sightings in the next couple of years than any other sightings. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Um,
And Rick had his own UFO experience.
Ah.
We'll do a UFO day.
let's
on
do
here.
that. Yeah.
Oh, there was something we were
everybody
supposed to
can
do today.
share.
We'll do whatever that was tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, I remember what it was, but we'll do it tomorrow because we're into prayer time now.
And Wendy asked for prayers for Linda Matthews and her canine friend Elvis.
Elvis.
And Luann asked for prayers for her mom, Geraldine. Absolutely. I think there were a few
I
other.
think there were. We're scrolling back now to see if we
Yeah,
can catch
to
all
see
of your
what else.
prayer requests because
Oh,
it is that time.
Lily said prayers for her allergies, please. They're very bad. Okay. I want to hear your experience, Rick.
Yeah, we'll have a
Good friend of
UFO.
mine,
Let's have a
sisters.
UFO day.
Okay.
Whenever you all want to do that.
And Angie Taylor said, please put a good friend of mine, sisters, and mine, who lost her mom this week. Her name is Sandy. Absolutely. They just noted on the TV that nudist colonies are becoming very popular. Laugh out loud. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I want to hear the rest of that story as to
We
why.
have one not far from here in Orlando.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a nudist colony.
There apparently was one right across the highway from us. You know where Keith lives? Over down from there, somewhere in there was one. Or is.
And let's remember to put Prashir and Prashetta's
Yes.
family in our prayer time
Yes,
and lift
yes,
them up
please.
as they're grieving the loss of their mom.
Their mom. Absolutely. Yeah. And Jennifer asked for, Langren asked for prayers for her mother-in-law.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And for your husband then as well, and for you. Micah is Jennifer's husband.
Okay. And Sally asking for prayers that I received these lung issues. She caught whatever a lot of us had back at either the end, I think the end of last year. And yeah, Rick says don't send the white coats. But she's still struggling with the lung issues, and so please keep Sally lifted up in your prayers as well. So,
Absolutely.
yeah. And yeah, and Angie's ex had an experience, and Angie sees a lot of stuff up in the sky as well down in Australia.
Yeah, Sally, I figured that's what you meant for the lung issues to resolve.
Yeah, to resolve. Yeah.
Carol has a friend that lives in a nudist colony somewhere in Florida. I know there's one outside of Orlando. I think it's near Kissimmee. I knew about it years ago when I rode motorcycles over there. Yeah, and I had friends that actually lived in the nudist colony. So, yeah, I think it's still there.
My parents had friends here when they moved here 35 years ago that they were nudists, and so they would tell all their friends at the golf course and that if you're going to, please come visit us, but just know this, if you're going to come and visit us, honk your horn or call ahead of time because this is how we live. And Mom said that the bathroom was like open. They didn't have like a regular, just a curtain in case they had visitors that were sensitive. I mean,
Yeah,
it's a lifestyle. I
it
mean,
is a
I have no
lifestyle.
problem with it.
No judgment, just love.
Not comfortable enough with my own body to do that. So maybe that's a key. If I was comfortable enough, then it might mean that I've healed my body images.
And
Yeah.
Catherine is hearing the buzz. She's hearing
Okay.
frequencies from her phone. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I think it's sort of common right now for us all to hear that. We've been buzzing together here this morning.
Yeah, no kidding. In more ways than one.
Can you turn the frequency down a little? They're kind of loud. Catherine, I don't think you can turn that down. I was sharing earlier about it coming through my earbuds as I was watching something last night. So it's there.
This is interesting. Angie says, when I was speaking to Sandy today and talking about her loss, I started running my sternum, I would assume my fingers up and down my sternum, and it felt like burning. Sandy was like, wow, that's where she gets a lot of her pain. I was like, wow, she is definitely with us right now. I did, or maybe it was her mom, I don't know. I did didn't even realize that she was doing it. So, that's a good point. We do a lot of things unconsciously that we don't realize that we're doing. And if you stop and catch yourself doing something, there's usually a reason for that. I like that you brought that up.
Yeah. And Angie, I don't think it's the connection or the speaker. There's a lot of frequency that's coming out right now that everybody is aware of that we're hearing. So. And Luann's going, UFO hunting. You know, Luann, there are a lot of UFOs up in Canada. I have a friend, and I want to put him in the prayer circle today too, Michael Godet. He tells stories about just walking outside and in his house and seeing the UFOs right there in front of him. Michael had a kidney transplant around the same time I did, way back years ago. I think I had mine just before him, and then he rejected it 4 years ago, I think. And he was on dialysis for a few years, waiting for a transplant, and then finally he got one this year, or I think toward the end of last year, he got a transplant. And now he's having issues again with that transplanted kidney. So if we can keep him lifted up in our prayers, his name is Michael. Would really appreciate that, and we are into our prayer time.
Yeah, and I want to just do two things quickly. Betsy asked for prayers for strength for her family. Tomorrow would have been her sister's birthday, so they're going to get together. So absolutely. And everybody's hearing a buzzing from us, it seems like, and they're making a connection with what might have happened last night with why everybody is buzzing here on our broadcast today.
Yeah.
Don't know, but
don't know. Anything is possible. So keep putting your prayer requests in. And I want to add in Camille, that I always put in out in California, and also my friend Yvonne down in South Florida. And Jennifer's on. Jennifer, you know Yvonne and the struggles that she's going through. She was tested positive for COVID. So let's keep her lifted up.
And Diana Beiersdorfer that is my new class, Recognizing Signs for Gifts of the Spirit.
Awesome.
Cool.
Okay, so let's go into our prayer time. And my sister Billy just came in. Hi, Billy. Thank you for being here. And Billy, we're going to put you in the prayer circle too.
Yes.
For anything that might be going on there with you and your family. Okay, so start to center. You all know the drill. Put your hand on your chest. Becoming very familiar with the feel of your heartbeat. Bringing a deep breath into your lungs to start to center. Breathe it, relax it out slowly, and feel your body start to relax. And then as you take the next breath in, add in some gratitude. Let's be very thankful for this day that we're given. Grateful for the laughter that we've had together this morning. Raising each other's vibration, going into an energy of lightness, energy of raising it as high as we can, as fast as we can, to get us all lifted up from the heaviness of the 3D, anything that's going on in this 3D world that's affecting us, and it is affecting us all globally. But that laughter that we shared together helped lift some of that frequency and that vibration. So each of you who contributed, anyone who laughed along with us, feeling that lightness now that's inside of you. And breathe it in again. Breathe in laughter. Breathe in anything that you smile about, anything that you're able to joke about, even in yourself. If there's something that you do that's funny and you make yourself laugh, that's the best laughter, is when you can just really relax enough to laugh with you, with your own self. So breathing in laughter again, that lightness, that beautiful frequency that cleanses. That's what we're doing with the laughter. We're cleansing our energy. Just know that we've all had a shower of laughter today. We cleansed our aura of things that were stuck there. It went right into our systems, into our heart. That beautiful energy in there lightened it up some. So feel into that. And now let's bring into our awareness the entire collective, the group that gathers here, our beautiful soul family. And let's lift each other. And let's bring in any requests that were put forth, either in writing or spoken or thought. And let's lift those requests. And let's really lift those among us who have suffered loss right now. There's been a lot of loss during these last few months. Loss on many levels, but some have lost loved ones. They've lost family members and friends. And let's lift that right now. Let's lift all of those who are in that grief, knowing that it's okay to be gentle with you, to not rush anything, but to acknowledge those emotions. Let's all gather our energy and acknowledge the emotions that are being brought up. Feel into their energy, all of those who have suffered a loss. Let's together feel into their energy. Breathing love right into our hearts, holding them in love. And breathe out and relax anything out of you that's low vibration energy. Just let it go. And one more time, let's lift each other. Whatever is going on, maybe it's something you've heard recently, maybe it's a thought that you had, the fear of coming back out into the world and the things that are going to take place once that happens, once we're commingling with each other again, having all that thought about what happened during this time, that there was a lot of illness, there was a lot of death. So let's let go of the fear and let's see ourselves entering into an energy of acceptance, an energy of awareness, an energy of mutual respect and understanding as we go about our days and go about the crowds that we'll be going into. And as we breathe in again, there's a lot of heart heaviness. So let's work on that. Let's work on the high heart today, where that heaviness is sitting. It feels like it's at the bottom of the throat chakra, down into the top of the chest. So let's do some clearing there. Let's breathe in, take a deep breath into your lungs, and then see that breath staying right there in the high heart area. Let's just let it sit there for a moment, and let's watch it as it swirls around on the inside. Just hold that breath, let it swirl around the heart. Just like a washing machine, swirling around that energy, bringing any residue with it as you exhale it out, letting go of that heaviness. And now take another deep breath in, right to that same area. We're going to focus there until it feels a little lighter. Focusing in love. Focusing in acceptance. As you breathe that in, bringing acceptance for wherever you are in that part of your journey. Let it sit there in that energy. There's a lot of emotional energy coming up, a lot of releasing of tears, releasing of anger, releasing of the unknown and facing the fear in there in the heart area. So let's let go of that fear right now, knowing that the tears are needed. That is a release. It's a physical release of the emotions that are inside. Breathe it in again. And hold it there while we call in Archangel Raphael. Raphael is the angel of healing. And I'm asking Raphael to touch every person right now that's hearing these words. Every person that's focusing on their heart center, asking for healing, asking for the pain to be diminished out of the heart. And just see that beautiful touch from the angel. See Raphael as he holds you and covers you in beautiful healing energy. And then breathe that out, letting it go. Let go of the pain. As you see it coming out of your mouth, just see the air. Just like you were in a cold area and the breath vaporizes and you're able to see it. See the air coming out as you let it go and say, I let it go. I let this pain go. I let the sadness go. I let the fear go. And let it go from your heart. And let's move into joy now as you bring in the next breath. Focus on beautiful purple energy. Bringing in joy, bringing in a lot of color into your heart. Joy for this day, for you being here in this moment, gathering with other like-minded souls. And hold that joy for a moment inside. And then release out anything that was still in there, any residue. And then let's breathe in one more time. True happiness that can be found inside once we uncover all of the other emotions that are causing a tightness in our chest. We find the true happiness. So let's breathe in some yellow energy. The solar plexus energy that knows we're worthy, that knows that we deserve happiness. We deserve love. We deserve joy in our life. And sometimes when we're in the midst of something huge, some of the grief or some of the fear, we have a hard time accepting that joy again. So this is your opportunity to breathe in that yellow energy that creates an energy of joy. Let it run all through you. Whatever is there, let it come in. I'm feeling somebody with a lot of respiratory stuff going on. Just letting that go, filling into that energy, releasing whatever is in the lungs, sending healing from Raphael right into the lungs. As you fill up the lungs with air, start to feel the cells in there begin to change and heal. As that air comes in and moves the energy around, feel it clearing out anything that's not working to full capacity. And let your lungs fill up with the fresh air and exhale out any of that energy that's stuck in the lungs, letting it go. Accepting your healing. We heal ourselves. We heal by knowing that we're worthy to heal. By taking in the energy of love, which is the healing energy. So just let any part of you that's feeling unwell, that's feeling like it's not working to the best it can work, let that receive the love, let it receive the healing that's right there for you, that Raphael is bringing right to you right now in your lungs and in this chest area and in your heart. That's where we're focused today, is this high heart area and all the organs that are right there, the heart and the lungs. Breathe it in, keep breathing. Keep breathing, keep releasing. We're going to do this for just a minute. Bring in that healing energy. Breathe in, let it heal, and then breathe out anything that wasn't working correctly. Let it go. Let it go. Beautiful. I see pink coming in. The energy of love is taking over. It's pushing out the fear. It's pushing out the pain. Let that love come into your heart. And say to yourself, I am worthy. I am worthy to receive this love. I am worthy to receive healing. I let it go. Whatever it is that's sitting in there, I let it go. I turn it over. Just as now, we're going to turn over all of these prayer requests. Everything that's been on our hearts, on our minds, anything that's been mentioned by other people. As we hold each other up to the light, we're going to let it go. As you breathe in the love again. Breathe it in deeply. And on the out breath, let go of all of these burdens, all of these prayers, sending them forward. Just let them go. If it's you that's in the prayer circle, you ask for prayer for yourself. Just see that as being acknowledged and received by God right now. The God of your understanding, the creator of all. See it being seen and acknowledged and handled for the best and highest good, for whatever that is. We no longer hold on to it. And Archangel Michael is ready to sever the cord, that tie that attaches us to the outcome. That's what we're severing right now. That whatever our expectation is, however we see that prayer is being answered, let's cut that cord. Cut all expectation. And get ready for the miracle that happens when we do that, when we surrender, when we let it go. That's when the miracle happens. And we're so very grateful to the angels. Let's give some gratitude again. Grateful to the angels, grateful to God, grateful to each other, and for this gathering, for this time that we've spent together. Let's feel that gratitude in our heart. Hold on to that for a minute. Breathe it in again. Breathe in the gratitude. I still see the pink, beautiful pink energy of love. And let's start to give it away. Give it away to each other. Because that love that you're holding in is so beautiful and so expansive. And we can't hold on to it. We just have to share it. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to share it with each other. Okay, so we do our heart telephone every morning here at the river. And for anybody new that hasn't done it before, you envision one of us in the group standing beside of you. And as you look at that person on your left, you're going to say, I love you. And really give that love that's in your heart right now. So turn to that person and you can say it out loud. Doesn't matter where you're at. They're going to hear you. I love you.
I love you.
And listen to that echo as it goes around the circle. Awesome. And here it comes back at us, back into our heart. We receive it back, expanded, and ooh, yummy as it comes back in. So now we're going to give it to everybody at one time, the whole collective, not just one person. we're sharing all that mixed in love that came from all of our hearts. And we're doing it on the count of 3 so that we're all saying it together wherever we are in the world. We're all over the world right now. So we're going to say at the count of 3, thank you, I love you. 1, 2, 3. Thank you, I love you. I love you. Give yourself a hug. This is a hug day. Oh, yummy, yummy, yummy. Thank you
Yes.
for being here.
Absolutely.
Thank you for participating and for all of the laughter and the tears and the joy that happened here today. Thank you.
And we just had a couple of messages. The buzzing got much, much louder during the prayer request, during the prayer time. So we'll check that all out.
Check it out. I hear it. I physically hear it. So yeah.
Yeah, I can't tell the difference between the buzzing and the ringing anymore. So
awesome.
You're so welcome.
Yeah, and I hope you all felt some release from that. That was what I was guided by the angels. Well, they do the prayer anyway. It's not me. But they were guided to help us release some of that heaviness in the chest. And Sally, I really felt your lungs. I know that you were part of that lung clearing that was coming up and out. And so keep breathing in that love that they were sharing, and Raphael especially putting some healing energy into your lungs. Breathe it in and hold it, and then breathe out anything that's in there that's not working correctly. And that I'm sure that you were part of the healing that was taking place in the lungs this morning. And anybody else that feels that heaviness in the chest, breathe it in and receive the love and let it go. And oh, thank you so much for all of these love messages. I love you too. You all are beautiful.
Sherry earlier was laughing so uncontrollably and hard that she was crying.
Yeah, I felt tears, but they were not heavy tears. And Lillian says, I've had a hard time in my throat and chest. Yeah, so do that. Know that this healing continues. It's not something that just happens and then stops. Raphael is with anybody who needed this today, who needed that healing in the throat, the chest, the lungs. Just breathe that in. Yeah, Sherry says, I really needed that. Awesome. Well, as our dear Deirdre says, and I don't know where she's at to lead us out of here, but she says, Namaste, y'all. And we'll see you on the flip side.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
We love you. Have a great day, everybody.